Oh.
They give you statements. We'll give you the real news. Media groups and associates. Things are happening all over the globe. And as things are going on, you need to know the truth about what's happening in your city, your state, and your community. You can get the truth right here at Fake Real News, right here on DK and Media Group and Associates. That is Fake Real News. DK and Media Group and Associates. Things are happening in and around your community. There's outrage. You need to know the truth. Come and get the truth right here at Fake Real News.
Let's see. There we go. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to another episode of Fake Real News. Welcome to another episode of Fake Real News. I'm your host, Raheen Osman, and we have our co-host with us, our California correspondent. Tell everybody who you are, sir.
Hey, it's Rodney Allen Ripper here. How you doing?
Hey, doing good, doing good. We actually got a few topics we're gonna talk about today. We got a few topics we're gonna talk about today, and the first one being the elephant in the room, the election. We're gonna talk about the election and everything that's going on in this election process. Before we get started, you being in California, when are y'all polls open?
Everything is going right now. There are people who are actually getting their ballots dropped off. If you've already got your ballots prepared, there are multiple locations around Southern California and, of course, nation where you can just go in and you can drop off your ballots. The beautiful thing is November 3rd is the election, and we were just having a discussion that we definitely need to prepare for this election. This is going to be one of the biggest, one of the most important elections ever. And so Fake Real News is doing its best to keep the viewers out there informed. I am looking at and watching the news very, very carefully. Actually, I had actually pulled up. There is a highlight here from The Hill. They say California Governor Newsom here in California is actually preparing for civil unrest following the election. I don't know how true this is, but there is some very, very serious indicators that people are concerned about this. People are very, very concerned that, this election may have some serious outcomes for our.
Okay, I think we Rodney kind of froze on us there for a second.
I have a friend that works.
I think we have him back.
I have a friend who actually works. That's actually working on the whole political thing here, and he was saying that that's one of the rules, that you can't wear certain political statements within the area of the polls. So you have to be very careful about that. You don't want anybody turning you away and sending you home and wasting your time. So make sure that you're prepared, and you're going to have to vote from your heart. Make sure you vote for your family, vote for the nation, and vote for everything, even our economy, the environment. Everything is online for you to do your studies, but this is going to be a very, very, very important election.
You're absolutely right. It really is. And my thing is, there we go. My thing is, there's a lot of concerns.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of concerns that's going on right now with this election, on both sides. Correct. But I think one of the main things that a lot of people are concerned with is this whole COVID situation, and how the sitting president has pretty much turned a blind eye as to what is going on, the severity of it, and the amount of people that it has killed. Rodney, a lot of people have lost their lives.
True.
Through this COVID. What do you say to that, brother?
Sadly, I've had personal friends who have lost loved ones. Thank God that it has not touched my immediate family or myself, because being here in Southern California, I have, business meetings, and we have to meet people, and Lord knows. And yes, we're trying to do as much as we can on Zoom and things, but I've had to go out myself, and and a lot of times people, you hear so many crazy things where people are talking about, I don't want to wear a mask. I don't know if I'm the only person, but I'm sure the viewers out there can contest. Have you ever been talking to somebody and somebody literally spit on your face when they're talking? I have had people spit on me while talking. It's not intentional. They just said some word and they sprayed me. Imagine if somebody's got coronavirus and you're sitting there eating and they do the same thing in your food. That is why you need to wear a mask. I don't care if you don't I don't care if you think it's not your right or somebody's right pressing in on you. The reality of it is it happens. It's an accident. And if you are infected, you can infect someone else. You can infect your loved one, your wife, your child, your elderly parent. And now they're in the hospital fighting for their lives, all because you decided that you don't want to wear a mask. Now, some people say they don't believe it. Some people say it's a hoax. Somebody talking to me spit on my face. That was not a hoax. I felt the spit I seen it come out of their mouth and hit my cheek. That was not a hoax. So, how do you say that it's not? I think that we should err on the side of caution and protect yourself and maybe protect others with it. I have a colleague that was recently in Santa Monica, California, and he was walking on the beach. His dog got loose, and then he ended up talking to the police. And the police says, "Hey, listen, we'll help you try to find your dog, but where's your mask at?" And literally gave him a warning and told him, "I could write you a ticket for $100 right now. First offense on the scene for not having your mask on." So certain cities are very progressive as far as making sure people wear their mask. Again, this is the type of thing that's happening, and the type of people who are in this election, the type of people who are voting. You've got some people who say masks are stupid, is a joke. Other people are saying, I got to keep my mask on. This election is going to be very, very serious. Make sure that you get out, you vote. Your vote matters. It does count, and make sure that you study. Make sure that you really read and understand who you're voting for, why you're voting for. And when you vote, you got to also realize you're not just voting for yourself. You're voting for the nation. You're voting for veterans. You're voting for our economy. You're voting for our environment. All of this stuff matters. The next president that is going to take over here just in a few days, they have their hands full. And I really believe that our nation, our future, and so many things are riding on this election. This is not a joke. This is not a time to bicker and go back and forth. Both parties need to get together. And the United States of America, the people of the United States, we need to vote to benefit our nation, and so many different agendas that are all built into this thing. There are so many things piled into this one election. Do not take it as a joke. Please study. Make sure you get out and vote. It's very important. November 3rd is going to be very, very important.
Absolutely. Another issue that a lot of people are having concerns with our sitting president, and that is the divisiveness that he's causing amongst our nation. Rodney, what do you say about the divisiveness? Is he really dividing the country as much as people say that he is? I think Rodney is frozen again there. I think we're having some issues with his line. We're going to come back to Rodney in just a second. But my thing is, there's a huge divisiveness that is going on. I think we have Rodney back. Let me go back to Rodney.
Yeah.
Okay, good deal.
Well, a lot of people are talking about this, and it's very obvious that there is a lot of emotion, and it's running very, very high. People have, I understand that the president has his way of doing things. He has his way of expressing. Some people say, oh, he's not a pushover. Some people say he's a bully. Some people say, oh, he just speaks his mind. He says what he really feels and what he thinks about people. I think that when you're a president, you have to understand that your stature, the way that you walk, the way that you talk, and the type of things that you do affect other people. And I think that his personality doesn't really show too much diplomacy, and nobody wants a pushover for a president, for sure. And again, there are certain things about Trump that I have to say, I'm like, you know what? He's got a point there. Case in point, like the imbalance of our trade. You know, why are we sending American jobs overseas? American companies, shame on you. If you have a company and you are saying, well, we could save millions of dollars, so we're going to outsource, we're going to lay off Americans, and we're going to move our call centers or our business production overseas because it's cheaper. They're doing that because it's the bottom line. It is to the detriment of American citizens, our American economy. And these people, yeah, the company owners, they're making more money. But what's it doing for families? What's it doing for the working class? And I think that, you know, Donald Trump, if he did it for the right reason, and he's doing it not for any other sideline deals, but if he's doing it to make sure that America is retaining more jobs and that type of thing, great. There are so many things. It's like you got to take the good with the bad, and that's what's happening. And so, again, there are people saying, you know, the civil unrest and the type of ideologies that people are just free flow letting roll. I mean, people are saying, well, I feel this way. And it's to the point now that people ask me, what is your political? I'm just like, none of your business, because it's my American right. I don't have to tell you nothing. I don't have to justify it. I don't have to tell you nothing. I make my vote count. And so the deal is, I think everybody should do that, because it's almost like a surprise. Go and vote. We'll let them count the votes, and let's see what happens. Again, now the question is it going to be a fair election? Is there going to be any shenanigans? I think that there is enough people kind of a little leery of this and concerned that there are going to be multiple sets of eyes watching this. And if something funny happens, I think it's going to be very obvious. So hopefully this election, we will find that the American people will come out in full force and vote and make sure, and these votes need to be counted. So make sure that you have filled out your paperwork properly, make sure that you are prepared so that you can go and vote, and so that there are no issues with your vote. You need to make it count. We need everyone to vote.
Good deal. Good deal. Now, Rodney, what do you think about him saying two things? One, him saying that if he's already saying that if he don't win, it's fixed and he's not going to leave. And two, what do you think about him saying that blowing the bull was saying stand back and stand down and wait? What do you think about those two things?
Well, you know, obviously he will leave the office if he loses. This is America. There has never been anybody saying, I'm not getting out. You will get out. He will get out. Trust me, because it's not that kind of, we're not that kind of nation. America doesn't work like that. And I mean, I don't care how big someone's ego is. I don't care what their ideology is. If it's determined that you have lost, get out. And the reality of it is, and if you win, you're going to stay. I mean, that's the whole bottom line. And that's where the power of the people come in, where it votes. Now, as far as telling someone to stand back and stand down, you know, this world has gotten to the point where it's not like it used to be. And people are not going to sit here and take this stuff laying down. And I really, really, you know, would advise the, you know, Fake Real News, you know, viewers out there to very seriously ponder, very seriously consider. And me personally, after this broadcast, I'm going to the store. I'm picking up me a couple extra gallons of water. I'm picking up me some food, and I'm on a plan to hunker down for a few days, because you don't know what the heck is going to happen with this election, with people, with crazy people, with demonic people who are
I think we lost Rodney there for a second. Let me think we lost him there.
I'm here.
Oh,
I'm here.
okay. There you go. There you go. Okay. Rodney, I came back to you and you froze again, brother. I came back to you and you froze.
So the real issue is people need to get out, prepare, make sure you pick up some things for your family, whatever you need. If you need medicine for you, if you take medicines and you're on some type of medication, make sure you go get that, get you some water, get anything that you need. Make sure, because after this broadcast, I'm going to the store. I'm going to go pick up a few things because we might have to stay, locked down for a few days because we don't know what the response is going to be, and we need to be prepared for it. But I hope that I hope that we're better than that, and I really hope that the judicial system works, that our political system works, and that everything works in harmony the way it's supposed to. And again, if this election is going to have to run, and it needs to run correctly, and I'm sure that there's a lot of people watching that. And as far as anybody standing down and standing back, this is 2020. Nobody's going for that bunch of nonsense. And we are American. We are free. We got veterans all around the world. We got active military fighting for our freedoms. Why are we fighting amongst ourselves? And of course, yeah, people are tired of the same old stuff. And as far as what's happening, we're not going backwards. Our rights are not going to be rescinded. Our personal freedoms are not going to be gobbled up or reduced in any way. America is going to continue to move forward and strive. And, regardless of what any one group or groups think, because we're going to make sure that we are marching forward as one. And that's what America is all about. Good deal.
Good deal. Now, I want to switch subject for a moment here, and I want to go to and Rodney, racism in NASCAR. I want to switch gears a little bit. Now, you know a little bit more about this than I do, but I do have something I want to play. I have a clip that I want to play here, and after that, we're gonna talk about what it is. And let me see. I hope I have the clip. Let me make sure I have it. I think I do. Okay, I think this might be it right here. I'm gonna play this. This is a song. And Rodney, I think you know a little bit about this song. We're gonna play this song, and we're gonna come back after the song, and we're going to talk about racism in NASCAR. Now, give it this listen. Oh, did I lose it? Nope. I just did something fancy.
There you go.
All this will be edited out, y'all. So y'all don't. What we got going on here will be edited out. I want to make sure I get back to. I don't think this is the right video. Here's Rodney.
No, it's Talon Greats. Talon Greats NASCAR. TALEN GRATES NASCAR. NASCAR. Greats. GRATES.
Grace.
Great. No, it's Talon. TALEN GRAT as in Tom ES. Greats.
Okay.
Talon Greats. And there's a song called NASCAR.
There it is.
All
right. Start it back over.
Unmute.
Yeah, I'm gonna start back over. I do it.
Start
back over. Now unmute.
So here we go. Listen up. Check it back.
That's awesome.
Wow, good job, good job. Let me get back on my screen here. Where we? Here we go. Now, right. Yeah, that was excellent, man. That was excellent. I love that.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about Rodney. What we just saw. Let me come back to you here. Tell us a little bit about what we just saw.
Well, we're very excited. I'm actually here in Southern California, and I actually got a wonderful call by a gentleman. His name's Paul, and Paul is actually the producer of that artist, Mr. Talon Greats. And Talon Greats, he just now did the song NASCAR. This is actually a project that we want to go on to actually be the anthem of NASCAR. And as you can see, it's all about unity. And the tagline for this whole music project is United in Race. And when it's a play on words, it's kind of like Fake Real News, but it is a play on words. When you go to these big events, these big race events, there's a couple 100,000 people out there watching, they're enjoying. It's about
Uh-oh. Something just happened there.
people.
Okay, now you're back. Okay.
Yeah, it's been some very.
We have some issues. We have some issues with your sound there, Rodney. We have some issues with your sound.
Yeah.
Your feed is freezing on us just a little bit. But we definitely got.
I'm okay.
Are you back?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Oh, there you go. Now we're good.
Yeah, but what's happening is, all industries, all sports are now having a great awakening, and the same thing is happening in NASCAR. And we're not coming to make any type of issues or make any waves. It's the tagline, United in Race. So you can come to a race event and feel inspired. You can cheer for your favorite driver or drivers and teams. That's what it's all about. And so I'm very excited about Talon Greats and his new song NASCAR. Make sure you jump on YouTube. You can just type in his name, Talon Greats, TALENGRATES, and his song is NASCAR. So we're very excited about it. We just now launched a little promotion. The last race of the season was October 28th, but now we're looking at February. Will be the kickoff of the race season again in NASCAR. And so hopefully we're going to be promoting the song and getting out there. We really hope all the Fake Real News viewers out there get the song, share it. He's an independent artist, but he's a great talent. Not only is he an actor, he's a model, he's a music artist, and Talon Greats is doing some cool stuff. And so we're honored. But back to what you were saying, Raheem, NASCAR has, it's very, very obvious that these race tracks are in certain parts of the nation. And there has been some very serious issues about race. And I'm like, it's 2020, people. Why are we still talking about race when we are all human beings? There's no difference between anybody. It's how we are treated and how we treat one another. That's a big issue. And so we're hoping that this song unifies people in the sport of NASCAR. And hopefully, and if NASCAR is wise, they will grab onto this. and also expand their market and bring more people, more nationalities into NASCAR. And I don't believe it's been any type of concerted effort to not have multiple nationalities to be a part of this incredible multi-billion-dollar, if not trillion-dollar sports event and events. But the whole thing is, now's the time for them to open up, and it's going to create more opportunities. Big shout out to Mr. Michael Jordan, who is now going in to start his own NASCAR race team, and he's picking up Bubba Wallace to be one of his drivers. That's an awesome thing, and we really hope that continued success to the great Michael Jordan, continued success to Bubba Wallace. He's a young man. He's breaking new ground, and that's what Fake Real News is all about. We're excited about that. We want to see great things happen for people, our nation, for industries, for the sports world. Man, it's an exciting time. I'm just glad to be here with you, man. I really am.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something, brother. Let me see. Get myself. There we go. I'm gonna tell you something, man. It's really great having you, brother. It's really great, man, that you take the time, you hang out with us, man. We're honored. We're honored to have you. Something happened maybe about a year or so ago in NASCAR, and I think it was something concerning the news. They found a news, and in one of the stable stalls or whatever it was. And somebody may say, why are you bringing that up right now? I'm bringing it up because I was so appreciative as to how NASCAR came together.
Mm-hmm.
NASCAR as a family, they came together and they stood against that. They say it was later found out that it was something that was already there, and it was a black driver. They say it found it in his stall, but they say it was something that was already there way before he got there, and it wasn't targeted to him. But that aside, to have NASCAR to come together, and stand behind that young man and unite, that's what we need to be in 2020. Rodney, what do you say to that?
Yeah, I mean, big shout out to the leadership there at NASCAR and all the team owners and the great people. They did a wonderful thing to be able to get behind them, and they got down to the bottom of the problem. It's just that people don't realize the little things are very, very hurtful. When you talk about a noose is not just a noose. When you see a noose, I've never seen a noose used for anything other than harming people I understand a noose could secure something and you could tie it around, but I mean, I don't know that the image of a noose is something that's very painful. And I just think that we as people, as human beings, we have to put ourselves in other people's shoes. When you start thinking about certain words or certain actions or certain judgment calls on people, it's very hurtful. And it also,
we're having a little technical difficulty with Rodney. Okay, hold on.
Sometimes
Rodney, you there? A little technical difficulty. Let me see. And I think it has a lot to do with the storm. Go ahead, Rodney.
Yeah, a lot of times people are reacting out of fear. And I just think that we as human beings, we need to be more mindful of people and what we say and what we do, because a lot of times I try to live my life. I put myself in other people's shoes constantly. I try to do that. And I go, well, Rodney, how would you feel if blah, blah, blah happened? And when I think about that, I go, yeah, that probably wouldn't feel too cool. Or that would probably be pretty upsetting to me. That's just my own way. I try to guide my life that way. And I hope that, I'm not saying that my way is the best way, but I hope people would consider it, because things like that, images of hate, words of hate, man, it really affects people. And here it is. Thank God we're at the end of the year. This has been a rough year. 2020, man, I'm gonna be glad to see this bad boy go. I am so happy to see it go, because I'm looking forward to, God knows, a 2021 with the hope that we will have a better situation for our nation. I hope that this COVID gets under control. I hope that our economy springs back. I hope that the new president comes in and makes some serious changes and continues progress, whoever it is. Let's just be positive and vote. Again, get out and vote, man, because this is a serious time. And to all the fake real news viewers out there, we're very close for the holidays. I hope that we can be able to spend quality time with our families and reflect on this year and take the good and the bad and definitely ball up to all the bad, throw it away, and let's get ready for a bright new year. And God bless everybody out there.
Good deal. Good deal. And those are words that we can actually end the broadcast with. We can stop and end the broadcast. We don't have to go another step further, because that's powerful. If we all can get to the place we can actually do that. Just love each other. Just love each other. We've tried everything else. Let's just try to come together as a human being, human race. Let's try to come together and just love. Don't worry about the color of their skin, where they come from, economic. Don't worry about all that. You see somebody, show them some love. And then if they give you love in return, how beautiful would that be?
Yep.
How beautiful would that be? But one thing I do want to do before we get out of here, I want to send my heart out to the individuals that has been subjected to all these hurricanes, Mississippi, Louisiana, and different places that has been really affected. Actually, our power was off a little bit yesterday here in Georgia. And so, those storms, there's a lot of hurricanes that's coming through. Hurricanes are causing a lot of destruction throughout certain states. And so you send your heart, and if you can, send some money, do whatever you can do to help them, because they're in need right now. They are in need. Rodney, what's on your heart concerning the hurricanes?
Yeah, well, make sure that you, prepare yourself. If you get warnings, weather warnings, take it very, very seriously. Please prepare yourself. If they say evacuate, do what you must to protect yourself. Also, big shout out goes to the wonderful people at the Salvation Army. And whenever there's a disaster, the Salvation Army is there. So Salvation Army, they've been around for over probably close to 152, if not 153 years. And they're often on the ground giving care and support to those who are in need. So make sure we know that there are multiple organizations and people who are out there making a difference, churches, philanthropists, people giving. Thank you for what you're doing. And to all the people who are in these areas, especially here in Southern California, who have dealt with wildfires and lost so much. Yes, a couple of days ago, we had very high winds here. But again, the people who are dealing with the storm, these torrential downpours and things like that, God bless you. We're praying for you, and hang in there. I'm sure that, it's going to be all right. We just have to take it one step at a time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now we are about to get out of here, Rodney. Again, I want to thank you, brother, for everything that you do. Keep doing what you do, man. We love you, brother. And
thank you.
Stay strong. Stay strong. Let me see. I'm trying to get my things set up here. My exit music set up here. Y'all bear with me for not looking at the screen. I do apologize to you all for that. There we go. Got that ready. Okay. Well, and what I want to do right now, Rodney, if you have anything that's on your heart that you want to say to anybody before we get out of here, brother, the floor is yours. What's on your heart?
Well, again, I just want to say a big thank you to you, Raheem, and for giving a little love to Talent Greats and song NASCAR. Again, may everybody continue to take care of yourself. God bless you. We're here on another beautiful weekend. Hopefully you get time to relax, take care of some of the little things that you need to do, and God bless you. And we'll see you next Friday, same time.
Exactly. Again, thank you all for joining us. I want to thank you all for allowing Fake Real News to be a part of your day. It is now time for us to come to an end of another week. Now, keep in mind, it comes on the network, on DKM Media Group. We last week we said we're gonna have it every Friday. So this particular episode right here will be aired next week. It will be aired next week. We do it live, and people actually come in, they watch it live, but sometimes we take it and we put it on the network as well. So this particular episode right here will be aired next week. The one that we did last week will be aired tonight at 7 o'clock, from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, right here on DKM Media Group and Associates. Go to channels, go to the, when you get to DKM Media Group, go to media, select television. And from television, this will be on channel 730. We have 8 channels there, but this will be on channel 730 every week right here on DKM Media Group. So if you get an opportunity or you want to have someone that you know that want to look at the broadcast, I encourage you, please have them to come as well. Now, we're about to end, but before we go, I want you to do me 2 favors, if you will. One, I want you to continue to pray for us, because we're certainly praying for each and every one of you. Number 2, why this is real simple, I want you to go out there, find somebody, and give them a hug, because you never know. It could be the only hug that they get, or it could very well be their last. Love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. Have a great day and a better tomorrow. And if we shine some of this light on you from fake real news, take it out there into this wicked and cruel world that we live in, and let your light so shine. You all have a great day. Take an opportunity, if you don't mind, love someone. You just might get some love in return. Y'all have a great evening.
Fake real news. They give you the fake news. We're giving you the real news right here at DKM Media Group and Associates. Things are happening all over the globe. And as things are going on, you need to know the truth about what's happening in your city, your state, and your community. You can get the truth right here at Fake Real News, right here on DKM Media Group and Associates. That is Fake Real News at DKM Media Group and Associates. Things are happening in and around your community. There's outrage. You need to know the truth. Come and get the truth right